Everybody, welcome to Earth Science. So we're here to try to figure out, and it's complicated, why there would be salt in Syracuse. And it begins by looking at this big chunk of the East Coast here that is all folded up. If you can see these lines, then what you're looking at is a really, really, really old mountain range that's been worn down over an enormous amount of geologic time. And the only way to get any of this is to know that through time, the chunks of Earth's outer shell are moving around very slowly on the kind of mushier layer underneath. It's really, really thin. It's thinner than the skin of an apple, if you see that from the side. And being that underneath this is all flowing, hotter rock, they move around very slowly. In fact, the Americas on this side are very slowly moving away from Europe and Africa right now, right along that red line. That's a big volcanic ridge where plates are spreading apart oh so slowly. In other places, presently India is heading northward and ramming right into Asia like a big car wreck. And like the hoods of a car, they're getting all crumpled up and deformed. And that's what's going on here, giving us our presently largest mountain range on Earth. Now, if you do a lot of work in geology and you go study all this and figure it out, what you would see is that that situation over there in India happened over here a long time ago, towards the end of what we call the Paleozoic. One day, you'll figure that out. So, as that was starting, here's what the Earth looked like 400 million years ago. Here's the United States, what it will be once we get to present day. But to give us a view of what it looked like back then, 400 million years ago, this and this, these two pieces right here, were coming together and started to form this very large mountain range. And through time, it got huge. It got to be Himalayan size. And if you're in Syracuse right here, at that time, you'd be at the bottom of a shallow ocean. And it was also further south. So we got warmer temperatures, lots of very salty water, lots of evaporation happening. And as you'll see in your little tray, that's going to be the recipe for developing salt. Now play it forward in time. These mountains got bigger and bigger. And what happens is that sediment, the little bits of rock that get beat up and taken off of these mountains, float off and really would be responsible for forming the rest of the United States, burying that salt. One day the humans would show up and say, "This is Syracuse." But that ancient salt bed that's down there underground where water was coming up through feeds some springs that we managed to use for salt. There it is. It's a very, very, very old ocean. Hope that makes sense. Have fun, everybody.